Hi. Yes, it's another dumpster dive. I couldn't help myself. This was down in the dumpster, and it looks like it's either a Core i5 or a Core i7. And if you haven't seen my previous dumpster dive score, I'll link that one in as well. And it's an Antec case. It's got a combi card reader on the front, couple of USB ports, really handy. So it's an Antec. I'm not sure what model it is. I don't know. Those who know their PCs will certainly know it, but let's have a look inside and see what we got. First up, not a bad score on the memory. Check it out. 4 Kingston 4 gig DDR3 memory. I assume they're okay. I couldn't see why not unless everything fried on the motherboard, which is more unlikely. If they toss this machine out, it's usually going to be either a power supply fail or maybe a bad cap on a motherboard or, something like that. So, or they just simply don't need it anymore, because ones I've found before have certainly worked. So that's a nice score right there. Now, there's no hard drives in this thing, of course. They've obviously were smart enough to strip those out. But this is a fairly decent case. Look at the huge fan on the top. Bit crusty, though. I mean, I don't know what... it's an Antec. I think it's an Antec brand. Yep, okay, Antec 3, whatever that is. Anyway, a couple of huge fans. There's no fans on the front, though, down in there. But let's take a look at the motherboard. And anything from Asus is pretty much worth grabbing. And this one's a P7P55LX. I'll put the data sheet for this and the memory, link them in down below. And it's not a bad motherboard. It's 1156 slot, I believe. So that means it is going to have an Intel Core i5 or an i7 in it. So hey, that's worth nabbing. Stock Intel cooler on the thing, so that's no good. But well, it's okay. You know, it's going to work. But yeah, it's got a couple of 3 PCI Express slots, 1 PCI Express 16 slot, and 3 regular PCIs. So it's not this super duper latest. Doesn't have 6 gig SATA, I don't think. It doesn't have USB 3, but it does have, I believe, 14 USB 2 slots. So no built-in graphics on the board, but it does have a gig Ethernet port, and it comes with a crappy graphics card. Not sure what that one is. I don't know. Who cares? It's pretty pissant. But yeah, I mean, if this sucker works, then that's pretty good. Anyway, I'm interested to know what processor we got in there. If it's an i7, then that's another big score. Alright, fans off, so let's get some isoprop wipes on here, and that'll clean that off very nicely. And what are we left with? Ta-da, that. It's a Core i7, it is! It's an i7 870. Is that exactly the same as I scored last time? And there she is, look at that. Intel Core i7 870. Beautiful! What a bobby dazzler. And that's 2.93 gig too. And, more to the point, those caps there look pretty good. There's no bulges in those caps at all around here, and the other ones on the elsewhere on the motherboard, so I think we might have a winner here, folks. At least the motherboard, unless it's, could have failed in some other way, but I don't know. Odds are it's most likely to be either fully working or the main power supply. Alright, I've just whacked the Intel heatsink back on, and let's power it up. Hooked up a VGA monitor to the crusty video card in there, and, well, let's give it a whirl. And, no beeps. What do we got? Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Auto image adjust. Hey! Loading Asus Express Gate. P7P55LX motherboard. It's a winner. Well, so far anyway, who knows if it's got intermittent problems, but at least boots, so the processor's fine, and the motherboard and presumably the power supply is okay to at least get it booted. And reboot and select proper boot device, blah, 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 blah. Oh, winner. And there you go, hooked up a keyboard, and we're in like Flynn. And let's have a look here. What do we got? I mean, I have to install a drive, but hey, this sucker is working. You obviously have to, when you get these dumpster ones, you have to really run them through a good soak-in test and something like that. Maybe, as a matter of course, you might whack a new power supply in it or something. I've only put 2 of the memory sticks back in, but there you go. I mean, it is a winner chicken dinner. So there's our CPU configuration. There it is, Intel Core i7, 870 CPU, 2.93 gig. I'm pretty sure that's exactly the same as the other dumpster dive PC I've got. So now that means I scored 2 3 gig Intel Core i7s in the dumpster. Can you believe it? And by the way, I did only get 8 gig with this, not 16. These sticks here are actually sorry you can't see that, but they're actually a kit. So they're 4 gig as a kit, so you get 2 in a kit. So yeah, it's a bit misleading, but 8 gig of RAM and Intel Core i7, winner. So that's another excellent dumpster dive. I love it. What a winner. But I don't know how particularly useful this thing's going to be because it's a large case, big ATX motherboard in it, and I've already got from my previous dumpster dive ATX motherboard with exactly the same processor and everything, but it had a slightly upgraded motherboard. It had USB 3, well, it had SATA 6 on it, didn't have USB 3, but anyway, it was a bit better. So I've already got that big machine, so I don't need another big machine like this. But at home I am thinking about setting up a new maybe a media PC or something like that. So maybe I can, I hate to do it, but maybe I can just get rid of the motherboard and get a new motherboard, reuse the CPU, find an 1156 micro ATX or mini ATX board and case or something like that, and reuse the CPU and the RAM out of this thing perhaps. So yeah, it's just big and bulky and everything else. I don't know, maybe I could whack it on eBay or something as is, but I don't know. If you've got any good ideas, let me know. Catch you next time.